musician traveling the world for gold. Some daddies made of plastic and some other things I love. Won't you come along with me? There's no time for rejection. Hold on tight, such a delight. It's Brian's Wrestling Collection. Me.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Brian Hardy, and welcome to episode 101 of Brian's Wrestling Collection. We're not live. We're just chilling at the house here with my dog, and the kids are running around and doing all that kind of cool stuff. First off, shout out to the Pit Stop for this awesome t-shirt. Check that out real fast. Boom. Pit Stop Pub, who was a proud sponsor of Brian's Wrestling Collection Live, episode 100. If you haven't watched it, please go back and do so right now. You may have noticed I've gone blonde. That's what we are doing at the moment, because I've got a show in Jersey in less than 2 weeks, so I'm looking forward to being on a CCW card full of wrestling action in Sterling, New Jersey. So if you are in the Sterling area, get your tickets, call the promoter, put the flyer up, do all that good stuff. But I just want to talk about a couple of things. So first off, Brian's Wrestling Collection Live was so much fun. It was just absolutely awesome. We had a very good time, and the after party at the Pit Stop was amazing. And for those that showed up, I just want to take the time to say thank you. I'm so very grateful to you for showing up and hanging out and having a good time. The people that were there, we only got positive vibes and good feedback from. For the people that weren't there, and I've got 1.5 million stories of different things. I've got people that actually purchased tickets that just didn't show up. And that's cool and all, I guess. But at that point in time, why would you even bother spending money on a ticket if you didn't want to come hang out and, have a good time? I don't know. I've never been a fan of sympathy buys. So I was never, even when I played at concerts at places and stuff like that, I never wanted people to buy my tickets because they felt sorry for me or they felt obligated to. Don't feel obligated to. If you want to come out and have a good time, come out and have a good time. And if you don't, then just stay home and save your money. It's as simple as that. So that was a big thing with me for this show the other week, was just that I saw everything. I saw people that really, showed support that I didn't even know would show support. I had a lot of people make drives from out of state, which was just absolutely fantastic, whether you had something to do with the show or whether you were just a fan watching the show. The fact that people drove from so many different states. First off, I got to give a huge shout out to Jason Nupp from the New 80s Revolution. Go over and check his YouTube page out right now. He just posted an awesome episode of Arn Anderson's LJN style Galoob figure that he just got from XOX Customs. It's amazing. Jason is awesome. I swear, I keep telling people he's like my brother from another mother type thing. So Jason making the drive from New York was awesome. And, my dad obviously came from Florida and so on and so forth. Shout out to Michael Ray from Delaware who made the drive out. That was really awesome. Like I said, I could sit here and go on and on and on and on and on. And I'm just I'm grateful for those that actually came out, took a chance on seeing something cool. And I can't say that the camera angles were the best for the episode 100 live. There was a lot of movement. Sometimes it felt like you were on a roller coaster. Sometimes it felt like you could have been on a boat or something like that. But we're going to get better with production as production goes on. We're going to invest into tripods. We're going to get more stuff that's going to make the actual production of the show look great for the next time around. And if you noticed, at the end of episode 100, we literally had a little teaser that Brian's Wrestling Collection Live #2 is on the way. So people have said, what is it, episode 150? Is it episode 200? It's at this rate, you only get one time to do something cool and huge. So we did episode 100 live. Now, it might just be a random number or something, but the thing is, we're going to count our way up now we'll still have our every episode, numbers, but we're going to count our way up with the lives. So this will be the second live that we're going to have for Brian's Wrestling Collection in September the 10th, 2022 is the date. We can release that right now. We will release the venue this upcoming week, and we'll start releasing talent, sponsors, vendors, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to be a part of Brian's Wrestling Collection 2, get at me. Contact me via email, brianswrestlingcollection@gmail.com, We're all over social media under Brian's Wrestling Collection. TikTok, we're at Brian's Wrestling Collect. But right now, we're going to dive into today's episode. And we took a special trip to Random Treasures grand reopening in Rosedale, Maryland. And we were so excited. And the stuff that I walked away with is awesome. Like I said, I took a trip this past weekend with the kids to Random Treasures in Rosedale, Maryland. It was the grand reopening. I'm so very happy for Net. I think it's just absolutely awesome what is going on with the place. So yeah, this is cool. But a little side note, if you didn't know, Random Treasures also is in charge of XOX Customs, which is on Etsy. So if you ever get the opportunity to check that out, please do so because you won't regret it. And the cool thing is that they have been, I saw this first when Jason had posted a video with his Bob Backlund figure. And I thought that was amazing. And I was like, hey, they have the green LJN style belt, the big green, belt, which was Hogan's belt back in the day. I'm like, I might eventually have to get 3 of these things because I might put one on Sheik, one on Hogan, and then put one on Bob Backlund if I ever end up buying a Bob Backlund figure, which will happen sooner than later. But this was just so cool. I loved that it had the green strap and stuff, so I was like, I am specifically saving this first one for my Hulk Hogan figure, so I'm excited about it. Or maybe it'll go on Sheik. I don't know. They'll have to fight for it. So I had to snag that one up because it was just so cool. The next thing was I got my hands on AWA Remco ring posts. These things are so hard to find, and you would not believe the resale value a lot of times on these posts that people will pay for these posts just because they're hard to find. It took me, as a fluke, about a year ago on an episode, it took me almost a year to come up with putting together my first full AWA ring. And I actually, believe it or not, I bought the base of the ring at Random Treasures, and there was a broken ring post inside of it. I had to drill it all out, do all that stuff. It was on many episodes ago. And it got to the point where I was looking for these posts, and I was paying an arm and a leg for these posts. So I was like, hey, if I ever need to do ring restoration again on anything AWA related, I've got these as a backup. So thanks to Random Treasures for just having something cool like this sitting on their shelf the other day during the grand opening. And I was like, I need to snag these up. So that's what I did, and I will hold on to them, and they will eventually become handy to me in some way, shape, or form. So, or if somebody else in the figure community needs something cool, maybe we can make a trade or something. I don't know. We'll see. But the one thing I wanted to talk about this episode, which is absolutely awesome, is if anybody knows me, they know that I am a diehard Sting fan, that I bleach my hair a lot of times because of many different wrestlers that I love, from Superstar Billy Graham to Sting to you-know-who, Axl Rotten, whoever. So I saw this figure a while back on one of Jason Knupp's shows, and I was just like, man, this is amazing. So I was like, I think I'm gonna have to make the dive into this world myself. The biggest thing was I wanted the turnout for Brian's Wrestling Collection Live episode 100 to be bigger, and I haven't touched on that too much and stuff like that, but I wanted it to be bigger for everybody. But also it goes back to supporting your friends and supporting the community businesses and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure that Random Treasures felt like the money that they had spent on a vendor table was worth their time being there, and I was gonna repay the favor no matter what. So I was gonna make the trip down to their grand opening and spend some cash myself, because I wanted to just show that I was so appreciative of them coming out and being a part of Brian's Wrestling Collection that I wanted to return that favor and support their business as well. So yeah, it's cool to buy Remco stuff and all that other kind of stuff, but it is so much cooler to buy something that they have physically done with their time and their effort, and just showing how much I appreciated it. So I've just unbagged this, and I'm excited to show this off. In 1990, Galoob came out with this WCW style Sting figure, and I've got it in the room back there. It's about this big. And so up next to this one, though, this is the LJN size, or the 2-up size, if they would say it, or however, of this Sting figure. And this is pretty cool. You know, Net and Kevin from Print Fury Customs put these figures together. Net does the paint jobs on them and all that kind of stuff. And just looking at the thing, like, I'm just in awe, honestly. The paint job on it is fantastic. It's not like any other custom that I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of customs over the years. People have sent me custom figures as thank yous, as holiday gifts, as whatever the case may be, of myself or my dad or whatever. A lot of people send me custom figures. This, by far, is worth every dollar spent, and it is probably the coolest custom job I've ever seen done. So it, like I said, it was literally taking a Galoob figure, and a figure that's this big, and turning it into a huge LJN style rubber figure. The rubber on it is amazing. The paint job on it is amazing, and I had to go with Sting as my first XOX Customs figure. So very exciting. Net, you do a fantastic freaking job. I think it is just absolutely awesome. And the detail on the side, so cool. Scorpion. And I mean, this is the real deal. This is as close as a bigger size version of Galoob as you can get. And the Etsy shop, you know, that she's got going on too. Etsy shop XOX by Random Treasures on there. Check it out. Absolutely amazing. So this is my first. So this is the first, hold on, this is my screen cap. How about that? Yeah. But this is my first XOX Customs figure. It definitely won't be my last. And I'm talking, I saw so many figures the other day, and I've watched so many figures on Jason Knupp's New 80s Revolution show. Cheap plug right there. That I'm like, I've got to get into this game too. I've got to get Zeus. I've got to get so many of the other figures, Bob Backlund. I've got to get all these different figures that were never created as LJNs. But then I'm a Galoob guy too, so I need to get every single one of these style figures, you know, the little guys, done up in huge LJN style. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's amazing. I think they're doing a great thing, and I will definitely support them 100% with this kind of stuff, because where else are you going to find something like this? I'm not going to lie. If somebody was just releasing, you know, if you're a diehard fan and you're like, hey, I love Macho Man, there's already an LJN figure of Macho Man, can you just repaint him, like mold the figure, repaint him, and just put him in a bunch of different outfits because I want him in that? Cool, fine, okay, no problem. But the reality of it is, they are giving you figures that you could have never, ever gotten in a million years. It's too late. The time is too late. They capitalized on it, and now they're doing it, and it's awesome. So really, it's never too late, because the thing is, they're giving you all the LJN figures that you wanted that you never got, and they're giving you Galoob-style figures, full-size LJN. So with that being said, guys, this is another episode of Brian's Wrestling Collection. It is episode 101. Do yourself a favor. Go back. If you weren't there in person, go and watch episode 100. Tell your friends about it, all that kind of stuff. And if you weren't a part of 100, if you didn't experience the after party or the awesome day that everybody had together and stuff, then you definitely want to be there for Brian's Wrestling Collection Live number 2. We've already got a bunch of cool stuff in the works, and I can't wait to announce it. But we are announcing the date right now, September the 10th, 2022. That's a Saturday. We're going to announce the venue soon, and we're going to announce a ton of cool guests. So until next time, guys, this is Brian Hardy for Brian's Wrestling Collection saying, keep on slamming.